Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Fully Loaded Podcast, Fully Loaded Fridays. I'm your host, Papa Raintism, Rainy Day Kingpin, you know,
Mr. Pissman himself.
Easy E, MF Doom.
Easy. Let's fucking go. And I'm your host, the Frozen G, or G Meister, G Man, Biggie Smalls, Tupac, Shakur. It's me.
This is pretty off topic, but have you ever? I don't know. I've been told I kind of look like MF Doom. All right.
You've been told you look like MF Doom. Is that for a fact?
Yeah.
You walk to your local grocery store and little Timmy came up to you talking about some. Oh my God, it's MF Doom. Can you sign my action figure? That's what you've been told, huh?
Yeah, I've been told I look like MF Doom.
That sounds good.
I've also been told, strangely, believe it or not, I've also been told I kind of look like Kazuchika Okada.
Kazuchika Okada as well? That's crazy. I didn't. I remember back in the articles that MF Doom used to complain about being compared to Kazuchika Okada.
Hell yeah, dude.
On the record. I remember that.
Holy shit. But
I can't believe you're the perfect mismatch of both of them. My God.
hell yeah.
Anyway, Doom, how you doing today?
I'm doing grand. We're gonna talk about a match. This is your pick. This is
my pick.
What match? What match are we doing this week?
Today we're going to be doing. What's up?
Oh, but sorry to mention that Dodge died again this week, so it's just
Dodge. We attempted to resurrect him, but he denied us. We're going to keep working on ways to get him back.
It's just me and Tupac tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just me and MF fucking Doom tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But speaking of tonight, we're going to be doing Ilja Dragunov versus Ilja Dragunov versus Gunther, or as he used to be called, Walter. Also, for the remainder of this, I will be saying Walter.
Yeah, we're gonna be saying Walter. Kind of a blessing in disguise. Dodge isn't here because he's probably gonna be anal and say Gunther the whole episode.
Fair.
So this is.
But at the end of the day, what's it called? It's an older match. His name was Walter during the match, so we're just gonna call him Walter. If we watch a Gunther match, we'll say Gunther. You know.
This is the episode of NXT UK from October 29th, 2020. This was during the pandemic era, so they were at London, England, UK, at the BT Sports Studio. Absolutely fuck all fans here. This is zero fans.
It was so quiet, but for such a great match, that if anything, that just added to the fucking brutality of it. Because you can hear.
We'll get into it later. Yeah. This is currently the highest rated WWE match on Cage Match. Of in WWE's existence, this is their highest rated match with a 9.67.
You know what? That's fair. I can see it.
And judging by that numbers, Meltzer. What do you think Dave Meltzer gave this one?
Judging by that number, I'm gonna have to say Dave Meltzer must have gave it a 5 out of 5.
You are right. He gave it a 5 out of 5. He didn't go above it. He didn't go above it.
He didn't go 6 out of 5 or anything like that. But he did give it a 5 out of 5. 6.5 moon.
So before we get into the match, do you want to know what games came out during the month of October in 2020?
I absolutely do. Let me know what games came out during the month of 2020.
Well, have you ever heard of a game called Watch Dogs Legion for PS4, Xbox One, and PC?
I have actually. That game was pretty good.
I think that was like the big game that came out in October 2020. Mm-hmm. What about Super Mario Bros. 35 for Switch? This was, I guess.
I do not. I'm sitting here thinking I do not know a Super Mario Bros. 35.
I think this is like the 35th anniversary of Super Mario Bros. Yeah. And then we have Star Wars Squadrons for PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Nope, have not heard of that one.
Oh, and this one shocked me when I first saw this. What about the early access PC? What about the PC early access of Baldur's Gate 3?
Oh yes, I do know that because I bought it. That's what I did.
What, the early access?
Yeah, I bought early access. The minute it came out, I was like, "This game is going to be a hit," because I believe back then it was cheaper too.
I'm pretty sure it won Game of the Year last year, didn't it?
It did. It did.
That's
But what's it called? Early access Baldur's Gate was cheaper than full version Baldur's Gate, so I bought it very early because I'm like, if this because I seen Arc 1 or Chapter 1 of it or whatever it was, Act 1. I'm
yeah.
like, if this is Act 1, Act 2 and 3 about to be fire.
Floor and I just got it on Xbox and stuff, and she's been wanting to play it. So I've been we've been eager to play it for a bit now. So it's like I don't know anything about Baldur's Gate and stuff. So it's like
I know so much about Baldur's Gate, but I won't spoil it. I'll let you figure it out by yourself.
bet.
I would definitely say you should play it together. Y'all, if y'all got the dual player, whatever,
Yeah.
y'all should definitely do the whole game together. You'll love it.
Bet. That's good to hear.
Yep.
No, you know what's also good to hear?
It's good to hear.
Latest Family Guy episode during this
Let's
time.
go! This is my favorite part, yo. This is my favorite part.
And the latest episode during this time was season 19, episode 3, Boys and Squirrels.
Boys and Squirrels.
When Peter hurts himself and a family of squirrels, he hurts himself and a family of squirrels in a chainsaw accident. Chris and Stewie nurse one of the squirrels back to health. Meanwhile, a chiropractor realigns Peter's spine and restores him to his true height.
Oh yes, I seen that where you got taller. Yeah.
Do you know the one joke that everyone quotes from this episode?
No, what is it?
It's where he's like at like a state fair or something like that, and like there's like a group of like teens pointing at him, and he's like, "Oh my God, it's Slender Man." He just points back and goes like, "Kill yourself."
Oh yeah, that's curious. Peter, what?
What? It was just it was just a joke.
That's funny. That's funny.
Are we in the we're back era of Family Guy yet, or is it still kind of falling off?
It's still kind of falling off, but what's it called? I think a lot of good. I think we're in the era where they started popping off again. A lot of people started clipping it. I think this is when they started doing YouTube. I think it got popular again because YouTube Shorts, right? They will always have a Family Guy episode with fucking. I think this is like the main era where like they had the fucking what's that game called, Subway Surfers? Like on the bottom with the Family Guy episode on the top.
Yeah,
this is where it started. Yes,
we're getting to the Subway Surfers era of Family Guy here pretty soon.
Yeah, this is like when like the first few videos started cropping up, and everyone was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool."
Yeah, I remember
It
seeing.
keeps my attention and Family Guy.
Exactly, people are fucking so ADD riddled nowadays and shit. Coming from someone who is ADHD riddled.
Exactly. All right.
So
with that.
So what? Tell me the story of this match.
So from what I remember, the story of this match is that Gunther and Dragunov had a fight. What's it called? And like from what I know, Gunther and Dragunov had like at the end of the last WWE UK, Dragunov came and fought with Gunther at the end, and it was brutal. And then they decided to have a match now. If you have any more information, let me know.
Oh
But
yeah,
that's
so
what
I'm pretty sure they had like a tag match where Dragunov like pins him and stuff like that, and that was like the first time, like first big time Walter gets pinned during a
get pinned. Yep.
Yeah. So like, okay, you two are gonna have a match.
Yep.
So
and then they had one of these one of the most brutal matches I've seen to date. God
so we can just. I think I remember watching Meltzer and Brian Alvarez talk about this match, and I want to see if you agree. Currently, this is probably the most violent wrestling match that doesn't include any weapons or any gimmicks at like matches like at all.
It's the most violent one I can remember seeing. How about you?
I was thinking like this is probably the most violent wrestling match that doesn't include like any weapons,
like fucking exploding barbed wire,
exactly,
taps on the floor. Yes.
If we're just talking like a singles match, this is
Yeah.
probably the most violent.
And
one.
that's the craziest part about this. This is a singles match.
It's just a regular fucking match.
This is a regular match on WWE UK, and these motherfuckers went hard in the paint with this.
Yeah, I was gonna say like at the end of the match, it looks like they just came out of like a Extreme Rules match or something like that. You know?
It makes no sense how they look, but what's it called? We'll get into it, right?
So
All right.
bell rings and Dragunov like rushes him like right at the
Yep.
start. He rushes him. He like tries to go on the offense and shit. And this one quick. Then it begins. Walter just
It
chops
begins
the fuck
one
out
of
of him.
the and this is kind of like the match we did last time, right? With the main story is the big chop straight to the fucking
That was
chest and
like
the back.
okay. I don't know which is worse. Well, okay, I think I do know which is worse. The Walter's chops compared to the Marufuji chops.
Yeah, what's it called? End of the day, I think it would fucking suck to get chopped by both of them personally. What do
Yeah,
you think? What do you think? Who do you think would hurt the most?
I've taken
Honestly.
chops before because I
Oh
trained
yeah.
in wrestling and shit. Them bitches suck, dude. We had a
But it's-
tradition. We had a
yeah.
tradition when it was somebody's birthday. We give them like as many chops as like how old they're turning. So say like I'm turning 25 in like five
You're getting
months.
25 chops.
I'm getting 25 chops, dude.
Oh my god.
Like you have to take off your shirt, get in the corner, and you are getting fucking chopped. You know, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
The thing is though, I gotta ask, who do you think hit chopped the hardest, Walter or Marv or Fuji, bro? I like seeing both of these matches, like a week between.
the thing is, it's hard because like Walter has kind of like slower chop speed, but it has a lot of like mass behind it because he's a bigger dude. With
Yes.
Marufuji, he kind of like winds it a second time right before he like chops him. You know, he like lines it up and then gets real deep into it and like winds it up again right when he chops them. So it's like I don't know. Maybe Walters hurts a bit more.
The thing is though, when I was listening to Walters, bro, it really the image that came into my mind is bacon sizzling on a grill. The way he smacked Elijah's chest on this first one and the many more to come, it just made me think of bacon sizzling on a grill. How hard he slapped him, because it just sounds like a pop. You know what I mean? Like just a grill,
Yeah,
you know?
like when it's like greasy, it's just like fucking like a
Yep, and
pop,
just popping
then-
everywhere. Yeah,
and then you
and
get
then-
the oil on your fucking hand, and so
I'm about to say
drop
you get
the
like
shit.
that small, like you immediately drop it like the shit hurts. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's how I thought it was for his chest. But all right, back into it though, right?
I counted how many chops were in this match.
I was gonna ask, how many chops was in this match
128 from both
from
guys.
both men?
From
From
both
both
guys.
guys?
Yes, from both guys.
Oh my god!
So, and this is just more than just the chops, because I've seen like fucking other like reviewers and shit like that be like, oh,
Yeah.
they just beat the shit out of each other and that's the whole match. It's like no, it's like
No.
more to it than that. It's like you see. Like I saw this, like Walter was given later in the match, like he gives him like this weird like chin lock and shit.
Yep.
And it's like compare this to a fucking Orton chin lock where he's just like he's sitting there and just like not doing anything, you know?
Not very much cleaning.
This-
Walter was literally trying to rip this man's skull off his.
Well, it's not just that too. He's like tearing his neck out trying to get this
Yep.
chin lock on, but like he's trying to fight to get to it though, because Ilya's not letting him do it, and so Walter has to like kind of like pry his hand, chop him in the neck, just like slap him in the fucking neck, so he kind of like
and that was, like-
opens up, and then get
So
to
he,
the
and
get
then
to the
he
chin
tried to
lock.
hook up. Yeah, and that was like the story for the whole match. Walter trying to get this chin lock so he can put him in the sleeper hold. Ilya trying to hit his move from the corner.
The Moscow
the
torpedo
Mos-
Moscow or whatever.
Yeah, torpedo Moscow. Yeah, he's trying to hit that, but Walter is always like right there, ready to stop it from happening. Right. Mm-hmm. That's and what's it called? And it's a lot of Ilya trying to protect his neck to no avail, with Walter actively doing everything he can to break this man's neck off.
Walter boots him in the face. He tries to go for a
Yep.
power bomb, but Ilya escapes out of it and like knees him straight in the face. No knee pads and shit.
Mm-hmm.
He hits him with this huge like senton bomb like a minute into the match and stuff.
Yep.
And so he's like, he's playing like how I play in 2K24, like
Absolutely.
like runs, hits moves, does a diving strike and then gets your finisher, but then oh my god, they reverse the first one. You know?
You reversed the first finisher, yeah.
Yeah, they reverse the first finisher. He tries to go for the torpedo Moscow, but Walter catches him, and this
puts him in
is
a sleeper hold.
this is where it gets he puts him in a sleeper hold, and then he sleeper suplexes him and drops him right on his fucking head. And this is kind of like the big story of the match, where it's like
now his neck is fucked up because of that.
His neck is fucked up. Walter's working the neck the whole match. Ilya's trying to outpower Walter, but his neck's hurting him the whole time, and it's amazing. It's this one fucking part of the match that's this really kicks in for me. Walter just scoop slams him, sits him up, and Shibata kicks him right in the back of the head, you know?
Yep.
And it's bruh.
Bro, it looks. Bro, I was gonna say though, with the whole what's it called, with the sleeper suplex that he did, the ref made it look like this man he looked so concerned for Dragunov.
I'm calling the match. It's Jover.
He looked like he was about to be like, all right, we're done here. Nah, you just killed this man on the spot. It was
just
insane.
12-6 is him right on the crown of his head. He's like, okay, that's it.
I'm about to say, it looked so, the way he did it too, it looked so high, he really just fell straight on his neck, bro. God damn.
Like a fucking All Japan bump where Masawa and shit were giving each other backdrop drivers, you know?
Golly. I have to say though, Dragunov, he built different. I don't know what to tell you. That man built different.
Yeah, he has built different. Walter throws Dragunov into the ropes. And all I could get was flashbacks of when Enzo Amore got thrown into the ropes and he got knocked out for it.
Yep.
Remember that?
Yeah, I do. Yep.
Yeah, and which is, we should probably not do that spot ever again. And I'm kind of glad that no one's done that spot ever since. You know, because you could get
because you could actually what's it called? You could actually
get fucked up
the fuck
for
out.
It. Yeah. Walter's working the neck now. He's just stomping on his neck, going in for a vicious chin lock. He drops his whole ass knee on his neck. It's just any striking shit. He's just targeting the neck, you know. But Dragunov keeps fighting back with just more slaps and palm strikes and stuff. It's any opening that he's just hitting with a flurry of open hand strikes.
Yeah, but it's good. Every time Dragunov he hits him with a flyover hand strikes, and then Walter hits him with one move, and he's right back down.
Exactly. Yeah, because I was gonna say, because he corners him. At one point in the match, he corners Walter, and he's just hitting all these these slaps and strikes and stuff. Walter knocks down his hands, one chop to the chest, and he's already on the floor. You know,
bro. Walter's a big man, bro. But Dragunov, what's it called? You can't lie though. Dragunov's chops sound like they hurt as well. I don't know how Walter was eating those shit, because what's it called? I was trying to look. In all honesty, those slaps connected hard as hell, bro. Because it's not like he's slapping his leg when he does it or something like. Nah, he's slapping that man's chest hard as a motherfucker.
Do you think the brutality of this match would be the same if they did this beat for beat, but in front of people? You know, because I feel what makes there's two matches I can come to mind where they really benefited from the lack of crowd during the COVID era. You know, it's this match because there's no fans, so you get to hear all of the slaps and all of the shit talking. You know? Yeah.
But them talking in what's it called, right? Them talking in were they talking in Russian?
Okay,
both of them.
Dragunov's talking in Russian. I'm pretty sure Walter was talking in German.
In German. Okay.
This is probably the one time I want to a match to have subtitles.
Yeah, bro. I was so wondering what the fuck, because there'd be moments where they're both on the floor just yelling at each other.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I'd be like, what the fuck are they talking? You know?
Yeah, and it's just I don't know, probably Walter's saying some shit about him being an immigrant or something like that. And
most likely.
But it's the one time I want a match that actually has subtitles, you know?
Yeah.
But no, okay. Would you
I think honestly, I definitely do think that the lack of crowd really just emphasized how hard they was hitting each other, which definitely did benefit from them You know what I mean? In all honesty, it definitely did benefit from having no crowd there. I think it's still been a great match. I think if everything went the exact same way with the crowd, right, it would have still been a great match. But I think just the lack of crowd really emphasized the brutality, right?
Yeah,
How
'cause you
hard
could
these two
hear.
men were going to go to try to win. But Walter trying to keep his belt, Dragunov trying to win the belt off of him, right? I think this just very much emphasizes how hard they was like actively hurting each other, you know?
I don't
Because
know.
you could see Dragunov too, like during the match, like holding his neck, screaming out in pain and everything like that. I think with the lack of crowd, it just made that like 10 times better. Honestly,
I don't know where I heard this from, but I heard somebody say that this, it may have been Nigel McGuinness, to be honest, but this match like is like a symphony of violence.
A symphony. Yeah, that is like one of the most perfect ways
This
to describe it.
was a symphony of violence. I not gonna lie, like this match, like you know how like some people make highlight like reels of this match where it's like highlights of a match and it's got like a 3 Days Grace song or some bullshit like that in the background, you know?
Yeah.
I want to see this match with like highlights, but like to like classical music. Like think about
Like,
it, you know, like some like beef oven or some shit, you know what I mean?
no, I get that. I want to see an edit where it's like da 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 smack smack da 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 smack smack on the chest. You know.
Yeah, exactly. What was it? Oh yeah, and the other match, we might talk about this one sometime soon, just to piss off Dodge. There was
That'd be funny.
there was another match during COVID era where
Rest in peace, my man Dodge.
yeah, rest in peace, rest in peace. There was another match during COVID era that Pro Wrestling Noah did. Have you heard of Pro Wrestling Noah?
Yes, I have heard of Hodas and Nova. Yep.
Okay, this is insane. I have to tell you this because I don't know when another opportunity is gonna like come to bring this up until we actually review the match.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the Go Shiozaki versus Kazuyuki Fujita match?
No, I have not. Sadly.
So they had a match at Cork and Hall, right? And the first 30 minutes of these two having a match, they're just staring each other down and not moving.
You said 30 minutes?
Yes. It's like when like there's like an intense wrestling match and like they do like a minute of like stare downs across the ring.
Yeah.
Imagine that, but for 30 whole ass minutes.
Were they in the ring doing this or no?
Yes. They
Bro,
were in
this
the
30
ring,
minutes of-
not moving. It's as if you had two action figures posing up to each other.
Yeah.
15 minutes in, Kazuyuki Fujita walks from one corner to the other. and it popped me.
Oh my god!
And then the match actually begins 30 minutes in where Fujita just like shoots on Go Shiozaki and they just like I don't want to get too much in the match, but like it's a fucking all-timer, believe it or not, and it's
I'm
just
gonna need you to send me that. I'm gonna need you to send me that after this.
the first 30 unironic minutes is them staring each other down and there's no commentary.
It's just silent staring.
It's silent and there's no crowd, no commentary. You can hear fucking like metal creaking and shit of like doors being open and shut inside Cork and all and stuff. It's pretty scary. It's like going in the building after hours or something like that.
Well, you need to send me that match later. But speaking of matches, let's actually get.
Yeah,
into
sorry.
this.
I don't know when I was gonna like ever bring that up again, but
Yep.
it was on my mind. No, so
I'm just sitting here thinking though, it's gonna be a great match to commentate.
Dodge is gonna fucking hate it, and I'm gonna love it.
Okay, let's let's go.
So Walter cranks on Dragunov's neck some more. He keeps chopping him and stuff. They're at this part where they're like chopping each other in the fucking face.
Yep.
You know? So it's a tested strength spot. Walter like
Oh, well. Before we get to the test of strength spot, I wanted to mention. Remember when Walter had Dragunov like laying on the top rope, right?
Yeah.
And then he fucking uses his leg and just starts just chomping down at his neck.
Oh, yeah,
while I was
yo.
up there. Yeah.
he puts him up there and he just like he like boots him down and stuff. And he starts choking him. He just chops him in the fucking chest and stuff, and just dumps him out like a sack of shit.
And then just throws him out because he was on 4. Like the ref was counting. He said 1, 2, 3. He was on 4, and he's like, "All right, let me get down here," and then just fucking knocks him the fuck off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they do the test of strength spot. I think that they get back in. No, I think we're skipping ahead. I don't know.
We're on the test. What's it called? After that, Walter and Dragunov to change his forearms, but they're
on the apron now. They're trying to. Yeah, they're on the apron. They're trying to do the Sheamus spot. You know, where it's like. Yeah. And so Dragunov catches his arm. He chops him in the fucking face, and then he does the Sheamus spot in which like Walter gets out of it. Dragunov comes back in. German suplexes the German. Dragunov also hits a. What is this move? I wrote down. You probably remember this. Deadlift crotch hold suplex.
I was sitting at what's it called? I was sitting here thinking I don't know what that's called, but it looked like a suplex, so I just called it a suplex.
Deadlift crotch hold. But yeah,
because he grabbed under his crotch and then he hooked his hands together and then threw him over his head.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and then suplexed him to the ground. Yeah.
He deadlifts him too. Bro's like over 300 pounds during this time.
Yeah, he's around 300 pounds, six something, or 7'1" or 2.
6'4".
He's 6'4", 300 pounds, and gets picked up by Dragunov, who couldn't be more than like I don't know, like I was thinking like maybe 180, 120, 160 around there.
Yeah, this is probably one of my favorite parts during the match. Dragunov just like stands over Walter and just like fucking slaps him and kicks him while he's down and shit, and just like lets out all of his anger and shit like that.
He just starts kicking him while he's down, and then
it's like when you're in an actual fight and the adrenaline just takes over you. You're just standing over someone, and you just fucking slap.
You just keep punching, bro. You keep punching until they get tired. You know what I mean? Until you get tired.
Exactly. You know? And what was it? Walter, he keeps going for the sleeper. But Dragunov, he's dodging it. He's rolling out of it, going for pins, doing the O'Connor roll and shit like that. Eventually, Dragunov hits the Constantine special. Walter kicks out. He goes for the Moscow torpedo or torpedo Moscow or something like that, right? This was fucking hilarious. He goes for the Moscow torpedo. He jumps up. Walter just bitch slaps him.
Smacks him. Yeah, it smacks him down like a fly flying at him. He's like, no.
Just fucking bitch slaps him.
No. Yeah.
And then Walter, he has Dragunov's wrists and stuff. He's maintaining wrist control. And he just keeps fucking chopping him. Dude, he's on the floor. He's grabbing him by the hair. He's just slapping him on the floor. It gets like real uncomfortable around this time and stuff. It's uncomfortable to watch. The commentary, Nigel's so fucking good on commentary. And they keep going for the slaps. Walter kills him with a lariat, and like he just kills him with a lariat, and then he hits a power bomb. Dragunov kicks out, you know?
Yep.
And then he goes for the running lariat.
That too.
Yeah, he goes for the running lariat. This is the same lariat he gave Tyler Bate at the Cardiff takeover, which that was an all-timer. Dragunov kicks out of that. Kicks out of the lariat he gave Tyler Bate. And so he's like, okay, shit, he's kicking out of like my moves now. I'm just gonna go for the sleeper hold, you know? But Dragunov, he rolls to the ropes. He goes for the sleeper again. Dragunov has the ropes. Walter kicks him he holds him by the hair. He bends him back and just kicks him right in the fucking.
Kicks him. Yep.
Right in the back.
Bro, I looked at that. I was like I physically said, ooh.
Exactly. Bro, that's me this whole match, bro. I don't know.
Bro, it looked like it honestly felt like one move of Walter was we're literally going to just see Walter's boot on the other side of like going right through Ilja.
Going right through like a Mortal Kombat fatality or something like that.
Yeah, but it really looked like Walter was going to just cave in Ilja's fucking back, bro.
So Dragunov gets out of the sleeper. He hits headbutts on Walter. He chops him a bunch. He knees him in the face. This is like a coast to coast drop kick he hits on him right here
I'm
too.
about to say that's what the announcer said. They said it was like a coast to. It was a coast to coast, but it wasn't really coast to coast because he wasn't in the other corner. He was like a little bit closer than that.
State
but
to
it was
state.
it was a far drop cut. State to state. There you go.
Dragunov.
State to state drop cut.
State to state. Dragunov hits a wrist clutch exploder suplex, but Walter kicks out. He kicks out of it. He finally hits the torpedo Moscow.
Yep.
But I think, what was it? Dragunov, Walter rolls out of the ring and stuff, so he really can't pin him.
No. He hits the torpedo Moscow, but he wasn't able to pin him because of his neck, right? He hits it, but he wasn't able to capitalize on it because his neck was like fucked up or something. Like he was holding on to his neck.
Oh yeah.
And then he goes to lift him, and he falls back on his knees because of his neck again. Remember?
Oh yes. My mistake.
Yep.
Yeah, because he hits him in the back of the head with it. So he wants to hit him in the front of the face with his head.
Yep.
But he's like, ouchies, my neck. And Walter slaps him again.
Yep.
And this is the part where they go to the outside.
Yep.
Walter fucking sleeper suplexes him on the floor. Call back to the very start of the match, you know? And so...
On the floor... High suplex, sleeper suplex. I thought he was done there. I thought he was going to. I thought he literally got like physically knocked out doing that. That's my.
Dragunov gets back up. He boots him in the fucking. He boots him into the stairs. And the referee's like, "What's your problem? What's your problem?
What's your problem?" Bro, you can hear the referee too. It looked like he was like truly concerned for that. What's your problem?
What's your problem?
But I love those spots. I have to say though, I do like those spots where I hate the spots where people are just like staring at someone coming in and then getting knocked the fuck down. Nah, bro, if I know you about to come in and I always whooped you, I'm waiting for you so I can hit something on you. Like when they come in the ring and they get hit with like a boot or something like that. I fucking love that.
Exactly.
You know? Like I'm just sitting here thinking that would be me, bro. If I see you about to slide in, I'm jumping from the top rope with the meanest elbow of my life.
Exactly.
You know?
It's like
curb stomp.
So
nice burp. 8 out of 10.
Thank you. So he boots him into the stairs. He power bombs him onto the apron. He hits another power bomb in the ring. Top rope splash. Dragunov kicks out of two. And so Walter's like, okay, that's it. It's so over. He mounts him and slaps him and stuff. He
mauled Dragunov like a fucking bear.
Yeah,
like a bear looking for honey. You know,
Bro's gonna show up on Fox News in a second, being like, "I survived a bear attack."
Wow. Yeah, but also, what's it called? I don't know. I think we skipped over it, but I wanted to mention. You remember the spot where he basically did what Cesaro used to do when he was on WWE, right? Where Walter was like slapping fucking Ilja's chest. I know it was a little bit back. I know we're about to get to the ending here. But I just want to say, if you can see how red Ilja's chest was, like he literally looked like he had lacerations on his chest.
Oh my god, dude!
When it showed that, we skipped over that part, but his chest looked like he literally was getting whipped by a bullwhip. The whole, you know. But there was full like mark lines on his chest by the end of this match, bro.
It was so fucked. It was so fucked looking.
Yeah, those look like those are the type of injuries that will take months to heal, and you'll still feel it later. Like you'll get up and be like, you know what I mean?
Dude. Yeah, I was gonna say he's gonna feel. He had to have felt it for like the next week.
I'm about to say for the next week or two, he must have been like, like breathe. Every time he breathed, he felt that sting on his chest from expanding. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're getting to the end here. He mounts him. He slaps him, spins him around. He chokes him out for the win.
Yep.
Dude, and I have a funny story here too, because this used to be my favorite match of all time, right? This used to be my single favorite match of all time.
This is still in all honesty, this is one of my favorite matches still.
Yeah. So I remember one time my friend David, like my friend David came over to my house and I showed him this match because he's like he like him and I used to watch WWE a lot when we were kids, and he kind of like stopped watching wrestling and stuff, you know. And so he was like kind of wanting to get back into it. I showed him New Japan stuff. I was like, dog, I gotta show you this fucking match, you know. And he's like, okay. And so I showed him this match. And he was so shocked the whole time watching this fucking match because they're beating the shit out of each other. And
I
so
would be too. Like,
So-
goddamn.
so it gets to the part he chokes him out, and they're
Yep.
both on the ground dead. My buddy turns to me and he goes, "Can they even show this on TV?"
That's that's so funny and fair. This ain't your
daddy's
friendly
wrestling.
WWE. This ain't your daddy's wrestling.
But yeah, no, he turns to me and goes like, "Can they even show this on TV?" And I was laughing so fucking hard when he said that.
Absolutely.
All right, well, what
Well,
conclusion? What do we give this match?
In all honesty, I think Meltzer's right. What's it called? All honesty, this is a 5 out of 5 match. This is what's it called? This is the type of matches where it perfectly blurs the line of, is this real or is this like fantasy? Do these men truly just trying to kill each other? You know what I mean?
What?
This is
Yeah.
this is what I would call combat sports entertainment right here. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I was.
You know what I mean?
It's like you have to have such a level of trust with someone.
Someone
to give
actively
them-
stepping on your head, or quote unquote stepping on your head, right? Stepping on your neck, hitting all these moves, all these high risk moves too, like the sleeper hold, right? Like the suplex sleeper hold. I'm just sitting here thinking, one wrong move and you literally could just end up dead and paralyzed or some shit.
Exactly.
You
It's
know?
like you have to have. There's got to be a level.
You have to
of,
have
like,
trust in somebody,
and
you have to
communication.
be, one tough son of a gun. You have to be tough as hell, bro. You know what I mean?
I wish like more matches were like this and stuff, and we're kind of getting more matches like this and shit. Cause like, you know,
I think a lot of these matches are truly, what's it called? When I first watched this, I was like, is this how most wrestlers are gonna be now? Because if it is, I'm here for it. But we really didn't get that. I think it more devolved into like goofy stuff. But I think now we're going to an era of, we're going to try to blur the line more of how brutal a match can truly be, right?
yeah, and I think we're getting it
And
more with Gunther now and stuff because he had the match with Sheamus, and then they had the triple threat at Mania last year, and stuff.
Yep.
So it's like, it was fucking Sami Zayn's gonna be next and stuff. I feel like
Sami Zayn-
honestly,
I hope
Sammy
like
could.
I said, Sammy could beat him.
Well, not beat him, but like in terms of like putting on something like this, like
okay.
because I can picture Sami Zayn being like in the sympathetic role, in which like Walter's gonna beat the shit out of him and leave him all bruised and
Bloody.
stuff like that, bloodied,
Yeah.
bruised and stuff, and like it's gonna be uncomfortable to watch, but like in a good way, you know. And I don't know, I don't get the like everyone shitting on, like obviously Chad Gable should have won and stuff and faced him, but it's like I could
Yeah.
see Sami Zayn being in this
If
role.
Sami Zayn's anything, Sami Zayn knows how to sell.
He knows how to sell. That's the thing. People forgot that Sami Zayn
people
could be,
forget.
or people forget that Sami Zayn
Yeah.
could fucking sell like a.
But Sami Zayn, not even just sell, Sami Zayn knows how to work a match. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He knows how what he can. He knows how to move his body in ways that gets people going like, you know,
Yeah.
just the shock Pikachu face. He knows how to do it. So honestly speaking, that's going to be a good match. I don't get. I think it's maybe because he's not like. Sami Zayn's not like what's it called? What you would think of as like, oh my god, he's pay-per-view material or something like that. But bro, Sami Zayn's a hard fucking worker. You know,
He
he's
can
been with
go.
the companies for years. He knows how to wrestle.
He can go.
He
like-
knows wrestling.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And
But
I think people just forget that because they just I don't know. But people be forgetting that. They need
people
to stop.
forgot that because they just wanted Chad Gable, which I
They
don't blame
want
them
Chad
for.
Gable.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
blame them. But
I
honestly,
like Chad, but
I like him too.
it's still going to be a good match, even without Chad Gable. This is still going to be an excellent match, and you know this.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And also too, I also gave it 5 stars. Of course, S tier. This used to be one of my.
Yep.
Honestly, I put this in the all timer tier. This is the first. I'm going beyond.
Yes.
I'm going beyond, brother. I'm going beyond, brother.
You're going beyond, brother. You're gonna go So further beyond. I feel it.
This is one of the few rare times I will give a match an all-timer tier.
Alright.
Because,
you know what? I agree with that, honestly speaking.
Because, like, it doesn't matter what year you watch this. Like, we could watch this match 50 years down the line where it's 2070, you know?
2070, all new wrestlers. These guys are all retired. It's a whole new company, and we're still going to be like, remember that? Remember that Walter and Dragunov match?
I was there.
It was still epic.
I was there.
I was there. I watched it when it came out, and all I gotta say, this is awesome.
Where was y'all at when Jake Paul was in the emails? Yeah, I remember that. Dude,
Where were y'all?
Dude, where was y'all at when Jake Paul was in the emails, dude?
That is a good question.
Yeah. But
yeah.
Next week is
make sure to comment where you was when the Jake Paul was in the emails.
Next week is Dodge's pick for a match. I don't know if he's gonna be here for it though.
We're most likely going to have to review it without Dodge, depending on if we can resurrect him. We'll let you know.
Dude, if he's not here next week, I'm just gonna preemptively pick a match just in case.
That's right.
So, yeah.
Good. I'll give it that. That was a little weaker than the last one, but I'll give it that a 7.
Thank you. Well,
you're welcome.
Thank you all for watching today's episode and stuff.
Yep.
I enjoyed the match. I'm liking it. I'm glad we can actually stay consistent about this podcast for once. You know what I mean?
Same. Honestly speaking, I'm even with our third co-host not here, I'm still happy I got to deal with you.
Hell yeah.
Know?
That's
yeah.
That's the moral of today's story.
My main man, MF dude.
Yeah, that's the moral of today's story, though. Like, Walter and Dragunov, I know they beat each other up, but they showed up to work today, you know?
They did. And
that's
they showed up saying, we're about to... Because I know, in my mind, at the end of that, I'm like, I'm sure they looked at each other, gave each other the meanest fist bump, and walked into.
They probably had like a beer. Beer.
I want to say they really most likely went to the bar that night and said, we cooked. If anyone could say anything, we fucking cooked.
We cooked.
We served.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you all for watching. Good. Yeah.
Thank you all for watching. I was the Frozen G, Tupac Shakur.
You know,
and this was Wayne.
And Will Ferrell.
Left Doom. Yeah, Will Ferrell. Okay, Will Ferrell. Absolutely.
Yeah, dude.
Will Ferrell. And yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. Take care, everybody.